Today we're gonna be reacting to one that might have the best stories on YouTube. Her story, which is the second channel of his story, which by the way has amazing stories. So we're gonna keep watching her story until we get emotional.
My parents took me to the hospital when I was 9 and asked the doctor to remove the growth plates from my legs.
What? Okay, off the bat, what kind of parents do you have? Like, what are we doing here?
We want her plates transferred to him. They pointed to my brother Jason,
What?
who was sitting in the lobby holding his basketball. He
Oh, just so you can boost his career. Yeah, that's selfish.
was 15 and already 6'3", and
Damn! I just know all the ladies love him. What? 6'3", 15? When I was 15, bro, I was like 5'3".
couldn't understand why they wanted him even taller. So, can you transfer the plates? The doctor shook her head. Absolutely not, and sent my parents home. I was
Thank goodness, bro. I'm so glad they said no.
really thankful because I wanted to grow tall, but then at home, I overheard my parents talking at the kitchen table. We have to find someone who'll do the surgery. Mom's tone was desperate. We've already sacrificed everything, Dad added. I was confused by what they meant, so I snuck to their room and opened their drawers. I found paperwork showing they'd already signed Jason to a basketball youth agent, telling him he was 7 foot tall.
Okay, now this is the parents' fault. All of the parents' fault. What the heck are we doing? Let's keep watching. So far, I'm not emotional, but I'm pissed off.
Gasped in horror and felt Jason's hand on my shoulder. You having growth plates is useless. I'm actually going to use them for something good.
Okay, now honestly, if your family's treating you like that, I'd honestly just leave them or somehow use them.
Just say yes. I shook my head. But 2 months later, Mom barged into my room smiling. We're going to Guatemala. My suitcase was already packed, and we flew out that night before I could even protest. Jason smiling at me the whole plane ride.
That smirk, look at that smile, bro. You just know he's not up to good, bro.
We landed and immediately drove to a sketchy hospital without an official address.
Oh my gosh, bro. This is how people who get BBLs backfire. Do not ever telling you, bro, go to some sketchy hospital, because it will backfire.
The doctor didn't even take my name and began putting surgery clothes on me while my legs shook from fear.
Bro, run away, please, bro.
I looked over at Jason. He was thanking my parents. I begged them, please don't do this.
Bro, you don't even have to. Bro, you could just run away right now. Oh, but you're in a different country.
Want to grow, but they just smiled and waved at me while I got wheeled through the surgery door.
No, bro, please. I'm hoping that the doctors will help her because, dude, there's no way you're doing this.
I still remember screaming at the doctors to please stop while they put the anesthetic mask over my face. I woke
That's gotta be like unconsensual, or that's without consent, bro. That's illegal.
up 42 hours later. We did it, the doctors told my parents, showing them the scans of my growth plates now in Jason's legs. I was in so much pain, I cried, but my parents just hugged Jason and celebrated. You're going to make the NBA. We're going to be so rich. We went home 5 days later, and Jason immediately started growing. He reached 7'4" and signed to a developmental basketball league.
Damn, 7'4", bro. Honestly, I hope, bro, tears his ACL, does whatever, major bad luck, and all the bad luck on top of him, bro.
I stayed 4'1" and would never grow.
It's like a child's height.
Jason shot hoops in our driveway every day and never even thanked me. One day, my parents dragged me to watch Jason's first game, but when I saw him warming up, he kept limping like he was in serious
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
pain. When he went for a layup, I heard his femur crack.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm praying on this boy's downfall. I don't care if he's someone I don't know, bro.
Fell hard and began screaming in pain. My parents grabbed their heads, and paramedics had to carry him out on a stretcher. At the hospital, doctors told us something was wrong with Jason's growth plates, so they would have to amputate his legs or else his whole body would shut down. My parents begged them no, but it was the only way. I wheeled Jason out of the hospital 7 days later, and even though I was still 4'1", I was now taller than him.
Yes, sir. I'm glad. This is good. I like this. This is really good.
And yanked her off the slide. My daughter was playing at the park when a stranger grabbed her arm and yanked her off the slide.
Bro, the thing with his story and her stories, bro, they are just straight up rage bait. You have the most evil characters in your stories, bro.
Sprinted over. What are you doing? Let go of my daughter. The woman looked me up and down. Let me guess. You're a teen mom? I didn't know where she was going with that, but then she continued. That's right. I can tell straight away because it's clear your child needs help. Her skin is gray, her eyes are sunken in, and I can see her skin is extremely dry. You're a child raising a child. I'm taking her to get the help she needs. I was young when I had her, but I wasn't a teen mom anymore. I can take care of my daughter perfectly fine. Let her go. She pulled out her phone to dial 911. I pulled my daughter away from her. Don't touch my child, the woman screamed.
That's good. Hey, even though she might be a child raising another child, hey, standing up for the child or her own child, some adult stuff right there.
Did everyone see that? Did you see how she just grabbed her child? A police officer walking nearby came over. What's going on here? The woman pointed at my daughter. Officer, look at this child. She's gray, she's malnourished, and this girl is too young to be raising her. The officer looked at my daughter, then at me. Ma'am, how old are you? That's not relevant. My daughter is not neglected. She has a medical condition. The woman laughed. A medical condition?
Ooh. excuse.
Yay, right. Every neglectful parent always has an excuse. Other moms started gathering. One of them said, I see them come here all the time. That child always looks sick. Another one shook her head.
Oh my gosh. Now you have the crowd to influence the cop. That's not good, bro. Because, hey, yo, fun psychology fact. If more people influence you, the more you're gonna be influenced.
Doesn't look old enough to be a mother. Everyone at this park was against me. The officer pulled me aside. Ma'am, I'm going to have to call CPS to come evaluate the situation. I felt my whole body go cold. My daughter tugged on my shirt. Mommy, are they taking me away? I had tears in my eyes, and I didn't even know what to say. It's okay, Mommy. I know what to do. That's when my amazing daughter turned to everyone and pulled her hat off and showed her shaven, bald head. My mommy didn't do anything wrong. I have cancer. She brings me here after chemo to make me feel like a normal kid again. She held up her
Hey, let's go, girl.
wrist, a hospital bracelet. Everyone gasped.
So no
I looked at the woman. By the way, while you were busy trying to take my daughter, yours fell off the monkey bars 5 minutes ago. She turned around. Her daughter was on the ground crying.
I like this. Hey, good ending, bro. I'm liking this. Hey, so for watch 2 videos, I'm not that emotional yet, and when I'm emotional, I'll start crying in tears, all right? But yo, I'm loving this. Hey, you got rage bait into a happy ending. Who doesn't like that?
I saw my 2-year-old son crouched next to a massive fire ant mound at the
Damn, bitch. Yeah, I wish I can see one. Bro, that is huge.
edge of the playground and yelled, Lucas, stay away from that. We don't eat bugs. He looked up at me, looked back at the ants, and started poking at them again. I started
Bro, this guy's special, bro.
walking towards him, but then my phone buzzed and I glanced down for 10 seconds. When I looked up, a man in a gray hoodie had Lucas tucked under his arm and was walking fast toward the parking lot where a black SUV was waiting with the back door already open.
Just like that. Damn, bro. They don't play with the pacing.
I dropped my phone and ran, but I already knew I was not going to make it. I screamed, hey, stop, that's my son, as the man threw Lucas into the back seat, climbed in after him, and slammed the door. The SUV started pulling away, and I kept running, watching my son's face disappear through the tinted window. I was already imagining the worst when something extremely strange happened. The SUV slammed to a stop so hard the tires squealed against the pavement, then it started reversing wildly.
What? Okay, this has got to be 1 out of a bajillion chance of this happening. What is going on?
Swerving back toward the parking lot like the driver had lost control. The back door flew open while the vehicle was still moving, and the man threw my son out of the car and onto the grass. Get them off me, he was screaming, jumping out and slapping at his arms and neck. They're in my pants. Red welts were rising across his skin in real time as he ripped his shirt over his head. The driver
goofy ass stance. Hold on.
Real time as he ripped his shirt over.
Hey, bro, is hitting this pose, bro. Look at this. Hey, look at this. Bro, he's like double jointed or something. Look at his shoulders. It's like I can't even do that.
His head. The driver was swerving in circles with one hand because the other was clawing at his own scalp. They're in my hair. Get them out. The SUV clipped a parked minivan hard enough to set off the alarm. Then the guy in the hoodie dove back into the SUV and it sped out of the
What is this movement?
And it sped out of the lot with the back door still swinging open and both men howling in pain. I ran to Lucas and dropped to my knees and checked every inch of him. He was crying, but otherwise he was okay. He looked up.
Wait, so where are the ants on him though? How did he do that?
Completely baffled. Mommy, the mean man didn't like my friends. His pockets were bulging and moving, and that's when I realized he had packed his pockets with fire ants like snacks for later. Those men had gotten the surprise of their lives. Police found both men at the emergency room that night, being treated for 200 bites between them. Lucas had a few welts on his hands, but he was mostly just upset that I made him empty his pockets.
How did that affect the child? Hey, you know what? I don't care. As long as the ending was good, that's all that matters.
4th graders asked I was eating goldfish on the bleachers when 2 4th graders asked my teacher if they
Yo, how old is his story or her story, bro? We went from being like an adult mom to now I think high school it looks like.
2 4th graders asked my teacher if they could play kickball, and she stepped back and threw her hands up. Don't ask me, ask the king. They both turned around and walked toward
the king. Holy oil, bro. Silence!
Shaking. They were 2 grades older than me and a foot taller. They stopped at the bottom of the bleachers with their eyes glued to their shoes. Can we please play kickball at recess?
Are you the literal queen of this environment? What?
I took my time finishing the goldfish in my mouth. I wiped the orange dust off my fingers onto my jeans. Tell me why. They both forced.
Tell me why. Gosh, yo, who are you? Her story, bro. Well, the story is between his story and her story is just vastly different.
Their eyes up to meet mine. The shorter one mumbled it was his birthday. I flicked my fingers like I was swatting flies. Have fun. They thanked me 4 times each before sprinting off. I
gotta know who her story is, bro.
Reached into my bag for another handful of goldfish. A minute later, Mrs. Givens walked over with her hands clasped together. Sorry to bother you, sweetie king. There's a 3rd grader telling kids they can't use the swings today. I told
Yo! It's like she has her own throne. What the?
Told her to bring him to me. She nodded and walked off.
You even got the teachers to start respecting you. We're requesting. Teachers, grown-out adults, asking for permission from a child or I guess teenager.
Find him. That's when a teacher I'd never seen before stormed across the yard, pointing straight at me. What in the world is going on here? Why are these children acting like you're in charge? Mrs. Gibbons sprinted back over and grabbed his elbow.
Oh.
Stop talking right now. The new teacher yanked his arm away and turned back to me. I am not letting a second grader run this playground. He marched up the bleachers and grabbed my wrist. You're coming with me to the principal's office right now.
Wait, the principal's office is the dad, right?
He could pull me down, 2 men in black suits came running across the yard. They slammed him into the grass and pinned his hands behind his back without saying a word. I climbed down from the bleachers and crouched next to his ear. Don't you ever disrespect me again. I dropped a goldfish into his mouth, stood up, and walked off. That's
Tom Holland shock meme. Oh my.
That's when the principal came running out of the building. He took one look and dropped to his knees. Please forgive us, Miss Sweetie King. Mr. Dealwood will be fired by the end of the day. I kept walking past him without a word, munching on goldfish. The principal slapped Mr. Dealwood in the back of the head. You idiot. Her family runs the entire underground crime scene.
I mean, that makes sense. So if you mess up her, you're gonna die by the end of the night. Or maybe earlier.
The bell rang. Right as the bell rang, Mr. Dawson stood up. Wait,
damn! You got the...
Everyone...
Sorry. Let's not be fat phobic.
Was confused, but he looked at me. Everyone who's...
Okay, his build is insane. Yo, his build is kind of insane, y'all. I'm real.
Parents still love each other, may be dismissed. Everyone looked at each other. My mom abandoned us years ago, but half the class left. He looked at me. Everyone who saw their brother today can leave. I had a really bad...
Bro, his story, bro. Like, you're actually the king of rage bait. And like, so far, I haven't been emotional, but I'm gonna have to stop watching Hair Story because I am pissed at these characters.
Bad feeling. He knew my little brother Ethan went missing a few weeks ago. It was just me and another boy. Everyone wearing black today can leave. Now I knew something was very wrong. Mr. Dawson, can I please leave? This isn't fair. I tried to stand up, but he stopped me and...
Bro. Yo, he's like low-key muscular, but he's like, his build is kind of atrocious. He's kind of fat with
pulled out his phone. Yeah.
Like, bro, look at the chests.
Yeah, she's here. Come inside and take her. I'll make sure nobody sees. My heart started beating.
Ooh.
Mr. Dawson, what are you talking about? He stayed silent, getting something from his drawer. I knew this was my chance. So that second, I sprinted for the door. I grabbed the
Bro, you did not sprint.
handle, but someone opened it from the other side. I yelled, please, my teacher is kidnapping me. But I saw who it was. My heart stopped. It was my mom. Mom, what are you doing here? She walked past me and hugged Mr. Dawson. Nice work, babe.
Babe? Whoa!
Mom, why are you hugging Mr. Dawson? She didn't say anything and tried to grab my arm. Let go of me. She squeezed tighter, and suddenly, Mr. Dawson put a blindfold
Oh, it's a surprise thing. Let me guess. It's actually gonna be a happy ending. Will we get emotional off of this?
over my face. Ah, help! They pulled me outside, and I didn't know where I was. Mom, please! I heard a car door open, and they pushed me inside. But
okay, see, guys, like, I mean, parents, future parents, do not, if you're gonna surprise your kids, do not do something like this. Like, even though it's a surprise, this is not a good way to do it.
a second later, someone took my blindfold off. It was my little brother. Ethan, you're alive! I hugged him, but as I looked around and realized we were in the trunk of a car.
Like, bro, if this is during the heat or summer, peak summer, and you're stuck in the trunk, you're gonna die.
Mom kidnapped me. She wouldn't let me leave. I knew something was wrong, but we started moving. What do? I started to panic, but then I remembered it. A Law by Mike video told me exactly what to do in this situation.
By Mike video. There's no way. That's actually hilarious.
So I started kicking the taillights. It popped off, and I stuck my hand out screaming, help me, someone please. I prayed someone would see, but we suddenly stopped. Someone walked to the back, and Mr. Dawson opened the trunk. Hey, don't you ever try that again? But then we heard sirens. His eyes went wide, and he suddenly pulled out a gun.
Yo! Own dad, by the way, or babe, or whatever.
And I gasped. Mr. Dawson climbed into the trunk with us.
Bro, but his stories are like crazy stories. This now it's like it's actually crazy
pointing
stories.
it straight at me, but we heard the sirens right behind our car. We heard a cop talking to my mom. What's with the busted tail light? Oh, nothing. Don't worry. But he walked right up to it. Then he leaned closer to the opening. I knew this was my only chance. Help, please. Mr. Dawson pointed the gun at me just
Guys, yo, this is so wrong in so many ways. Pointing a gun at your own son or daughter, kidnapping them, putting them in the trunk, blindfolding them, forcing them to do something, held them at gunpoint. Like what?
As the cop opened the trunk, I screamed and watched him pull the trigger. I was about to die. I heard a bang and grabbed my chest, but when I opened my eyes, I was
What were you doing? That goofy anime.
fine. The cop shot at Mr. Dawson first, hitting him in the arm. And as they put him and my mom in handcuffs, she looked at me in tears. Please, I just wanted my children back. I'm not a monster. I crossed my arms and said, everyone getting a life sentence may be dismissed.
Wait, what kind of story is this, bro? I was expecting them to like surprise them, but like, You know what? Let's change the goal of this video. Instead of being emotional, once I'm truly pissed, I'm gonna stop watching her story. But they are still peak because they get you engaged.
I poured a few drops of the world's hottest hot sauce.
This is so diabolical. You don't understand. Like, as a person that doesn't tolerate spices, this is the most evil thing you can do.
Into my Down syndrome brother's burger and
Do we really have to add that to the brother, bro? Did the writer say, you know what? Let's make him Down syndrome, maybe autistic, and then maybe a little bit of that LGBTQ.
called out, Jerry, your burger is ready. Jerry ran over and grabbed the burger off the counter with a huge smile, excited to try. I leaned against the wall and smirked, knowing exactly what's about to happen. He opened his mouth to take a bite, and that's when my older sister Bethany came running and snatched it from his hands. She held up the burger. Sorry, my autism compulsions make me steal food. I can't help it. She bit into the burger, and Jerry's face dropped as he looked at me with tears in his eyes. She stole my food again. Why can't I ever have my own food? But I smiled at him and pointed back towards Bethany. Look, buddy. She stared at us with cheeks full of Jerry's burger and a confused face, but then her eyes suddenly went wide. Her face began turning red, and sweat started beating down her forehead non-stop. She screamed and spit the burger out, but 13 million Scoville units had
13 million Scoville. So let's put that in perspective, y'all. A jalapeno is only 1,000. So whatever you gotta do to get 13 million is how much she's tasting in terms of spiciness.
already landed on her tongue. She ran to the fridge and opened it with shaking hands. She looked up at me, panting incoherently.
Bro, she does not look like... Because if I was in her position, I'd be like, I'm gonna get... And then, like, get the ice cream. You know what I'm saying?
Where's the hilk? You mean, where's the milk? She nodded rapidly. I looked over at the sink, to Jerry pouring it down the drain. Sorry, that's one of his compulsions. I was brushing my teeth when I stepped on something.
Dude, how old is her? Bro, her body is changing way too much, bro. You got her to be a mom. Hey, let's just
I bent down to see what it was and picked up a plastic stick with 2 pink lines and the word pregnant on it. I felt a hand quickly snatch it from mine and saw her stick it in her pocket. Give me that. That's not yours. My sister put both hands
Damn, you got many sisters.
on my shoulders. If you tell anyone about this, you're dead. I put my toothbrush down and looked up. Kayla, are you having a baby? She locked the door behind her and sat on the edge of the bathtub, pressing both hands on her eyes. I don't know yet. Maybe. It says...
Bro, it literally said... I mean, I don't think there's a chance of it being false positive.
Yes. 2 lines means yes. I saw it in a commercial. She started crying, quietly, with her hands still over her face. I sat down next to her. I'm guessing you haven't told Mom? No, I just found out. All of a sudden, we heard footsteps come up the stairs and stop right outside the door. Kayla's eyes locked on the handle. Mom called her name and asked if she wanted blueberries in her pancakes. Kayla cleared her throat and yelled back, yes, please, in her normal, happy voice. The footsteps went back down, and Kayla turned to face me. Please don't tell them. I'll tell them myself. Just give me a week. Okay, promise me.
Damn,
I promise.
Who wears heels? Okay, I'm sorry. Bro, who wears heels in the house? Hey, if you wear shoes in the house, you're weird. I'm sorry. Because you're literally bringing dirt into the house. Like, you're bringing the outside world, poop, disgusting, dirt, pee into your house. But heels? Bro, you gotta be different.
Please don't tell them. I'll tell them myself. Just give me a week. Okay, promise me. I promise. She unlocked the door and went across the hall to her room. Exactly a week later, Kayla sat down in front of a plate of blueberry pancakes.
Damn, that's what I'm bussing.
Her hand drifted to her pocket. She was checking if the stick was still there. She picked up her fork, put it down. Then she turned green and bolted upstairs. When she came back, her face was pale. Mom, Dad, I have to tell you something. She reached into her pocket and set the plastic stick down on the table, between the syrup and her uneaten pancakes. 2 pink lines. The words still right there for anyone to read. Dad's coffee cup paused halfway to his mouth. Mom sat down, missed the chair, caught herself on the table. Nobody said anything. Kayla started crying, hands not quite covering her face this time.
Wait. Don't tell me the mom's pregnant.
Mom got up and pulled her in. I picked up my fork and dove in. I'd kept my promise, so I figured I earned a stack of pancakes.
But that's it? Ah! You know what, bro? I think we had enough here, guys. You know, her story is absolutely peak, but they're low-key rage baiting. If you guys want to see more content like this, click this video here and go subscribe to them. They are really cool guys. Her story will rage bait you, but you will get engaged.